बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम। डियर स्टूडेंट्स, अस्सलामु अलैकुम व रहमतुल्लाहि व बरकातुहू। I hope you know many things about the aspect of language we are going to learn. So I want to ask you a few things as per previous knowledge. What are the two major parts of a sentence? Yes, many of you can tell me what are the two major parts of a sentence. Hurry up, boys, you can tell me. Yes, you can tell. Hurry up. Yes, the first part of the major part of a sentence is the subject of the sentence, and the second part is predicate of the sentence. What is subject of the sentence? The subject we are going to know about, and the predicate of the sentence means in which we have some information about the subject. Let's move towards the next question. Very important question. What are the three parts of a sentence with reference to verb? Yes, you can tell. Hurry up. What are the three parts of a sentence with reference to verb? You can tell. Hurry up. Yes, yes, yes. These are the parts. The first part is subject of the verb, and the second part is object of the verb, and the third part is verb. So subject of the verb, object of the verb, and verb are three parts of a sentence with reference to verb. Now another question for you. Yes, you can know, you can tell. Can you differentiate between active and passive voice sentences? If two sentences are in front of you, can you tell us the difference between active and passive voice sentences? If not, we will learn all this today. So the target of today's lesson is how to change the voice, and this lesson is for all classes, all sections of grade 8. Today it is 28th August 2020 and the last day of the week, Friday. Your teacher Sayyid Mubashir Hussain Shah is here for you. The objectives of today's lesson are in front of you. The first objective is to enable the students to define different voices of a sentence. We also expect the students will be able to recognize two different sentences. So this lesson will make you able to get basic understanding of the conversion of active voice sentences into a passive voice sentence. Then we will have practice in the basic rules. Let's start. So first question is, what is an active sentence? For this purpose, look at the following sentences. He plays hockey. The first sentence is in front of you. He plays hockey. You can tell the other word is, the other sentence is hockey is played by him. Definitely the same sentence in the same tense is written in two ways. Let's start to understand. He plays hockey. He is the subject of the sentence, and plays hockey is the predicate of the sentence. And in the second sentence, hockey is played by him. Hockey is the subject of the sentence, and is played by him is the predicate of the sentence. Let's see these two sentences in in the same way but in different respect. He plays hockey. And he is the subject of the verb, because there is the verb plays which is performed by he. He is the subject of the verb and plays is the verb, and this action is being performed on hockey. So hockey is the object of the verb. The complete sentence is in front of you. He plays hockey, subject of the verb, then plays verb, hockey, object of the verb. Look at this sentence. Hockey is played by him. Here you see the word hockey is in blue color. It is object of the verb. As in the first sentence, hockey is object of the verb. Here again, hockey is object of the verb. And is played is the verb. Is played in red color is the verb. And by him is the subject of the verb. So the performer of the action is him. And the action is played, and it is played on hockey. So hockey is played by him. Hockey is object in the first sentence as well as in the second sentence, and he subject of the verb in the first sentence, and it becomes him by him in the second sentence, and again here it is subject of the verb. But there you can see little change in the verb. In the first sentence plays, and in the second sentence is played. Third form has been used in the second sentence with helping verb is. Now moving towards this thing, he plays hockey. Subject of the verb plus object of the verb. In the sentence we see the subject of verb is subject of the sentence as well. He is the subject of the sentence. Basically it is subject of the verb. So the subject of the verb is active. It is playing an active role. So this sentence will be called an active voice sentence. He plays hockey. He is the subject of the sentence, and in the first sentence he is the subject of the verb as well as subject of the sentence, and plays is the verb. Hockey is the object of the verb. Now moving towards next thing, you see in this sentence we see the subject of verb is the subject of the sentence. So the subject of the verb is active. It is playing an active role. So it is called active voice sentence. If we remove subject of the sentence will also be broken, because it is playing very important role. It is active here. Now you see, if we remove object of the verb, hockey is the object of the verb. If we remove it, the sentence will be quite intact. It is not in the sense, because it is a complete sentence. It is a little sentence, but it is complete sentence, and the sentence is here, he plays. But in the first you can see plays hockey. It is not the sentence. Here we have removed the subject of the sentence. Without subject of the sentence, without subject of the verb, it cannot be, the sentence cannot be made. So moving towards next thing, What is a passive sentence? Now look at the same sentence in this way. Hockey is played by him. Hockey is object of the verb. Is played verb, by him subject of the verb. In the sentence we see the object of verb is the subject of the sentence. It is playing the key role here and has become important. And the subject of the verb is not active but passive. Here it is not active. It means if we remove by him, there will be no effect on the sentence. If we remove subject of the verb, the sentence will be quite intact. But if we remove object of the verb, the sentence will also be broken. Hockey is played. Here you can see hockey is played, it is complete sentence. But if we say dash is played by him, here you can see hockey, the word hockey, the object of the sentence has become subject of the sentence, and if we remove it, it will not be a sentence. Now, basic rules of conversion. In different tenses, you can see present indefinite tense, past indefinite tense, future indefinite tense, present continuous tense, past continuous tense. All these are in the first column, and the second column is for active voice sentences. All the sentences are here. He plays hockey, he played hockey, he will play hockey, he is playing hockey, he was playing hockey, he will be playing hockey, he has played hockey, he had played hockey, he will have played hockey. Then some imperative sentences are here. Play hockey, don't play hockey, let him play hockey, let him not play hockey. Let's convert these active voice sentences into passive voice sentences. He plays hockey, it is present indefinite tense, and we are making hockey as a subject of the sentence. Hockey is object of the sentence, and we are making it as subject of the sentence. Hockey is played by him, and here you see a change in the verb. You will find third form of verb in all the sentences of passive voice. Is played, and in the past tense you see was played, and in the future indefinite tense you see will be played. In present continuous tense is being played. In past continuous tense was being played. And future continuous tense is here for the students, it is not done. Present perfect tense, hockey has been played by him. Past perfect tense, hockey had been played by him. Future perfect tense, hockey will have been played by him. The imperative sentences are here. Play hockey, let hockey be played. Do not play hockey, let hockey not be played. Let him play hockey, let hockey be played by him. Let him not play hockey, let hockey not be played by him. Dear students, I expect you have learned many things. In the active voice sentence, different forms of verb are used. Plays, played, will play, is playing. You will see all the four forms in different sentences of different tenses. But in the passive voice sentence, you will see only third form of the verb is used. But to give a little change, to recognize the tense, you will just change the helping verb. In the present indefinite tense, you see is. If there is the word I, you will use am. If there is some plural, you will use are. For example, letters are written by him. Letters are written by him. if we say he write letters, then you can say letters are written by him. If there is sentence I call him, he is called by me. He calls me, I am called by him. So is, am, are, all these three words can be used in present indefinite tense. But you must know, if there is the singular is, if there is the plural or, if there is am, if there is I, you will use am. In the past indefinite tense, second form of verb is used in active voice, but in the passive voice sentence you will use third form of verb along with was or were. Was is for the singular, were for the plural. In the same way, in the future tense, future indefinite tense, we use will or shall with first form of verb. But in the passive voice you will use third form of verb, and before that you will use will be or shall be. Shall is used for I and we, and will is used for others, for other nouns or pronouns. Present continuous tense is in front of you. He is playing hockey. Is being played in passive voice, and the same thing about is, am, are. In the past continuous tense, was playing hockey, and in the passive voice, was being played. Here you can use was for the singular, were for the plural. In future continuous tense, there is no tense for you in the passive voice. He will be playing hockey. If we want to convert it into passive voice, the situation will be here. Hockey will be being played by him. So it is not used so commonly in English language. So just to give you an idea, I am giving you the sentence. Otherwise, there is no situation for you in the passive voice sentence for the future continuous tense. Then present perfect tense is here. He has played hockey. Hockey has been played by him. Has and have are used in present perfect tense. Has for the singular, have for the plural. In past perfect tense, he had played hockey. Hockey had been played by him. In future perfect tense, hockey will have been played by him. In imperative sentences, played is used along with be. There is one thing very important, and I hope my students will understand it. The helping verb be is very important for passive voice. Be is always there in passive voice in any form, in any situation. For example, is, am, are. These are the word be. Basically, these are the workers of the be. Was and were, past tense of the be. Will be in the future indefinite tense. Will be is being used. Is being, be is being used. Was being, be is being used. Has been played, been is the third form of be. Had been and will have been. In all these perfect tenses you are using been. And in the imperative sentences you are using be along with played. So be is very much important for the passive voice sentences. You must understand this thing. But in the active voice sentences, different forms of verbs are used, and there is no such restriction to use any particular word there. But in the passive voice, third form is must, and along with it the helping verb be is so important for you. Dear students, today we have learned many things. First of all, we have learned what is a voice of a sentence, what is active, what is passive voice of sentence, what is basic difference between an active voiced sentence and a passive voice sentence. Here I want to tell you the passive voice sentences are to stress the object of the verb, and the active voice sentences are to stress the subject of the verb. In the active voice sentences, subject of the verb is very much important and it is playing the key role, and in the passive voice sentence the object of the verb plays the key role. So in the active voice sentence, subject of the verb is the subject of the sentence, and in the passive voice sentence, object of the verb is the subject of the sentence. How will we convert an active voice sentence into a passive voice sentence? Today we have learned, and this table will help you. Keep it in front of you and it will guide you towards conversion. If you find any problem, you can ask me. Then we have learned what are the basic rules of conversion. We have learned many things and hope you have learned. If you find any problem, you can ask me. Dear students, this is home assignment for you. You are expected to do it in a proper way. Try to convert these sentences into passive voice. Thank you very much for being here. Hope you have subscribed my channel. If not, must go for the subscription and share my video to your friends, and you can also give your comments in the comment section. Thank you very much.